Hi, my name's Leslie Edmunds, and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist and owner at Clem&Thyme Nutrition. And in today's video, I'm going to share my top nutrition tips to help you boost your energy. So how does nutrition play such a role with our energy? It's such a complicated but yet so simple answer. I would say everything. Everything in our body is fueled by nutrition, whether that's macronutrients, and I'm trying not to be too technical here, but macronutrients, so carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are fueling everything, our mitochondria, our energy levels. That's what gives our cells energy in the body to work and do all of the processes we need. And then micronutrients, which are like your vitamins and your minerals, are also, really important for our cell turnover. They're important for our mitochondrial health, which is our energy powerhouse of the cell. They're also helping our thyroid work efficiently, which helps our energy levels. It's also helping our hormone levels. There's just our brain health. There's so many macro and micronutrients, so we need both of them, and you get both of them from your diet. So both of them are nutrition is so intertwined with our energy levels. Okay, so what are some symptoms, indicators that low energy levels are related to a person's diet? So I just spoke about that I feel like most low energy complaints can be at least improved with improving your diet. I think diet and nutrition is at the root of most, chronic diseases, which may be playing a role. Now, of course, if you didn't have a good night's sleep, then that's the culprit, not your diet. But then I'd also argue, did you not have a good night's sleep because your diet is poor? Because we see so many people that have poor, sleep insomnia because of micronutrient deficiencies, or poor blood sugar regulation in the middle of the night that wakes them up, or poor liver detoxification, or elevated cortisol levels. There's so many things that actually impact your sleep that are related to nutrition as well. So can you just tell? I feel like nutrition is just at the root of so many things. So I think that overall, your diet can play a role with improving your energy levels. Okay, so what types of foods will help to naturally boost your energy levels? I would say a very well-rounded, balanced diet, full of whole foods, nutritious foods. So a balanced plate where, if we're just talking macronutrients here, you have a good mix of protein at every meal, healthy fats at every meal. If you're going to include carbs, hopefully they're balanced, complex carbs with some fiber in them. And the reason for that is because if our carbs just come from refined grains or sugars that are just going to spike our blood sugar, that's actually going to make our energy levels worse. So if we do have carbohydrates, we want our blood sugar to stay very steady. A very steady blood sugar throughout the day is key to having good energy levels. Because if you spike, then you drop. When you drop is when you feel awful and tired and like you need a nap. So that's, step number one with a balanced diet. And then I think, again, just really vibrant in all the colors of the rainbow, all the whole foods, eating, obviously fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, lentils, olives, avocados, healthy oils. And then if you eat, seafood, if you eat poultry, good quality meat cuts, whole grains, just things grown from the earth, or, good quality animal products, eggs, just things that have a lot of nutrients, rather than if your whole diet is made up of, Cheetos here and a processed granola bar here and a sugary cereal here, and, then your blood sugar, you're not getting a lot of nutrients throughout the day. And so we're trying to see what can we add to our diet to actually make it healthier and bring more nutrients. What I'm always saying, what else can you add actually to your diet to make it more nutritious? So what types of drinks will naturally boost your energy? I would say overall, being dehydrated is one of the most common reasons why people are tired. So just drinking adequate amounts of water. So I would say minimally 64 ounces of water a day. I would like people's water intake to be up about 80 ounces, 100 ounces. Some people even need a little bit more if you're working out excessively. If you work outside, you're sweating a lot, then you need more than that. So water is by far the best, thing to help your energy. I also think getting in enough electrolytes, and that doesn't mean drinking a Gatorade, but, making sure you're getting adequate, potassium and magnesium, calcium, even sodium, throughout the day, because that can really help your energy levels significantly if you're not getting adequate electrolytes. So, natural electrolytes, I would get them from food, like all your plant foods that I just talked about that are part of a balanced diet are really rich in potassium and magnesium and calcium. Sodium, you're going to need to, probably salt your food if you need to add more sodium. Or you could, look into a good quality electrolyte supplement that doesn't have a lot of, artificial sweeteners and artificial stuff in it. So ask your registered dietitian to help you with some brands on that. And then, of course, most people, when they think of drinks to help energy, they're probably thinking of caffeine, right? Which, of course, like a cup of coffee is going to help your energy levels. But I also always give a disclaimer of, we don't want to have a crappy night's sleep and have poor energy, habits, and then rely on caffeine to get us throughout the day. That's just a recipe for disaster. So, sure, 1-2 cups of coffee a day is fine. But if we're relying on a lot of caffeine to get us throughout the day, that's not a very good balanced plan. Some of my favorite meal and snack ideas to help your energy levels are just those really balanced meals. So thinking of in the morning, eggs, right? A good source of protein with a lot of vegetables added to them. And then add on maybe some fresh avocado, that healthy fat. And then if you need, some carbohydrates, if you're somebody that needs a little bit more carbohydrates, having like a side of berries, strawberries, blueberries on the side for your carbohydrates that have they have carbohydrates, but then they have a lot of fiber that balances out the blood sugar spike. So that's a good breakfast. I like lunch, obviously, tons of huge leafy green salad would be amazing with salmon on it, some more healthy fats like some olives or nuts, and then filling it full of tons of produce would be great. And then if you need a little bit more carbohydrates, having some whole grain crackers or almond flour crackers on the side in your salad if you need a little bit more carbohydrates. And then at dinner, thinking of just some lean protein, chicken or fish, grass-fed beef, and then a half plate of vegetables, a lot of color there. And then having maybe a fourth of your plate have some sort of carbohydrate if that works for your blood sugar. So I'm always saying if it works for your blood sugar, because carbohydrate needs are very personalized. Some people can get away with a lot less and some people need a lot more. So I think working one-on-one with your dietitian to figure out what your carbohydrate threshold is. So very balanced. And then snack ideas, I always go to like a piece of fruit with some nuts or a piece of cheese if you tolerate dairy with, I don't know, some vegetables, carrots with some hummus, or I love carrots with guacamole, a serving of nuts or a serving of olives. Great, like balanced, a lot of nutrients, and then the healthy fats that'll keep you satiated throughout the afternoon. So what is the best time to eat in the day? And I think this is very personalized. Some people need to eat right when they wake up, or if some people need to eat before they exercise. It's best if you eat before you exercise for most people. But then some people do really well with, an extended fast. I think, again, it really is dependent on the person. Some people need to just eat 2-3 meals a day, depending on, again, their lifestyle. And some people benefit from 6 smaller meals or 7 smaller meals. It doesn't have, I don't want to fit people in boxes of either 3 meals or 6 snacks a day. Some people need 5 little meals or whatever. So I think that the key with personalization is like your lifestyle, listening to your hunger cues. When are you hungry? When you're hungry, you should eat, right? How is your blood sugar regulation? If your blood sugar is dropping too low between meals, then you might need snacks. Some people do better without snacks throughout the day. So I think that when you should eat is really personalized. I will say the thing that I do encourage is I encourage people to have a 12-hour fast at night. I think it's good for our body's turnover process. It's good for our digestive tract to not have to be digesting food all night long. It helps our migrating motor complex work and sweep the gut, which really helps our digestive health. So, I do encourage people to stop eating, say, 7 o'clock, and not eat until 7 o'clock the next morning, or 8 to 8. Just do like a 12-hour fast. I do think is good for our health. for most people. Again, there are some people that need to eat, in that 12-hour window. Recently, I had a client that we worked, again, from the beginning, and we worked on her genetics and found out like her genes. And we also, overhauled her whole lifestyle. But it was a whole bunch of little small things. And I think that's the thing that's amazing is I think people think it's going to be so much work. It's going to be so expensive to do this, and just baby steps over time. We really just changed her diet from a pretty processed foods diet, and she thought she was even eating pretty good before, but then when we sat down, she was eating a lot of like diet granola bars, or like, oh, I heard these chips were better for me, and oh, I was having like a energy drink that had artificial sweeteners in it. Just changing it over to the emphasis being whole foods and just what nutrients can I get in? What things can I add to this stir fry to make it healthier? What things can I add to my salad to actually make it healthier? Just things grown from the earth made such a difference in her energy levels. Getting adequate water, which is free, right? Should be pretty free for most people. Getting out and then working a lot on just like sleep boundaries and stress management techniques of just little things that again are free. Like I just wanted her to get outside and breathe fresh air every day and be exposed to like sunlight, natural light can really, really help your energy levels. And then, sleep, just having good sleep boundaries, putting away the blue light devices, an hour before bedtime, and doing some calming exercises before bed, whether that's, meditation or journaling or just deep breathing or just even just reading a handheld book, not on a device, just doing things like that made all the difference in the world. And I think most of those are actually pretty simple. And again, I think every single one of those is, eating healthy, obviously you have to spend money on that, but most of them are like pretty affordable. I'm not asking you to go out and buy like some really expensive supplements or an expensive thing. And just doing that, this client was like, I just cannot believe the difference that I feel. She said, I feel like 10 years younger working with you. And we just worked on what I would consider as the foundational basics. So I hope that encourages you to, just those little things really do make a difference. So if you found this video helpful, I encourage you to share it with someone that might benefit from it. And of course, subscribe so you don't miss any more videos from us. And follow us on social media. And yeah, thanks for joining. I'll see you on the next one.